Hey there, tech enthusiasts! Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the latest and greatest in the world of smartphones. I'm John, and today we have something truly exciting to share: the best camera phones of 2024. If you're passionate about photography or just love capturing moments, you've come to the right place. Let's dive right in. So let's get started. Number 5. Xiaomi 13 Ultra. The Xiaomi 13 Ultra is deserving of a spot on this list simply because it is one of the best photography phones our reviewer has ever tested. Yet, due to the lack of a thorough launch outside of China, it is a difficult phone to purchase. We would have put it higher if a wider, more accessible release had been available, and if this happens in the future, we will reassess its ranking. For the time being, the only way to get it in areas like the UK and the US is to import it, which has a number of drawbacks, including software that isn't fully translated. But with everything out of the way, let's get into the phone itself. And there's a lot to like about the cameras. On the back, there are 450MP sensors, including a primary camera with a variable aperture lens that can be switched between f/1.9 and f/4. There are 2 zoom cameras as well as a competent ultra-wide. Xiaomi has collaborated with imaging icon Leica, and the German camera company has assisted in the development of a variety of authentic-looking shooting presets for the 13 Ultra. Snaps have a realistic, less saturated look in an attempt to guarantee that photographs from this phone look more like those from a mirrorless camera rather than a phone. When taking portraits, there are a lot of details, a decent dynamic range, and extremely impressive bokeh. However, not everything is noteworthy. While the video recording is excellent, the microphone is deficient, taking up too much wind distortion. The front selfie camera is again a letdown, ranking lower than even inexpensive options like the Pixel 7a. In its design, the phone is meant to resemble classic cameras. The back is made of leather and the camera housing is huge. Some may loathe the appearance, but our reviewer thought it worked well given the device's focus on optics. There is still no announced pricing or availability for the Xiaomi 13 Ultra in the United States. Number 4. Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. The Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra reigns supreme as the greatest photography phone of 2022 due to its sheer power. For starters, it has a wide range of lenses. These include 210MP telephoto lenses, one with an f/2.4 aperture with a 36-degree field of view (FOV), and the other with an f/4.9 aperture and an 11-degree FOV. There's also a 12MP ultra-wide with a 120-degree FOV and a 108MP main wide camera with an 85-degree FOV f/1.8. But it's not only the optics that help here. The software also plays a significant role. With the S22 Ultra, Samsung improved optical image stabilization, digital image stabilization, and picture processing, which is especially noticeable when zooming in. There are 3x and 10x zoom lenses with true optical zoom, offering you greater distant clarity than the competitors. Samsung has also accomplished an impressive achievement with its digital zoom enhancement. Normally we chuckle at digital zoom features, but the Galaxy S22 Ultra's space zoom is no laughing matter. You may take natural-looking photographs with reduced pixelation that are ideal for sharing. Of course, it wouldn't have been fair to judge the S22 Ultra as the best based solely on its cameras. Every handset is the sum of its design, features, components, utility, and value. But taken as a whole, this Samsung Galaxy Series Galaxy Note Hybrid is an excellent, albeit massive Android handset that not only ticks all the important boxes, but delivers more features than you may ever want or use. The design is reminiscent of, but yet more forward-thinking than Samsung's previous Note handset. It is indeed a hybrid. There will be no complaints about the 6.8-inch ultra-high-resolution screen, which produces vivid colors and seamless animation at 120 Hz, but it's clever enough to stop down to 1 Hz when that's all you need to save battery life. The camera array is powerful. It isn't a major redesign of the Galaxy S21's camera system, but it was already quite decent. This is undoubtedly superior. The optical and space zooms are technological marvels. We also adore the tiny and light S Pen, and we're overjoyed that it's now literally integrated into the Galaxy series. It does so many things so well, and it might be a lifesaver for productivity-focused smartphone users. The Galaxy S22 Ultra demonstrates that Samsung understands what power users seek. This new beast incorporates the best feature of the Galaxy Note while also providing numerous more enhancements. Yes, S Pen is included, but there's a lot more going on with this flagship as Samsung attempts to top our best phone list. To begin, the S Pen is more responsive as Samsung improved its speed and latency by 70%. The display is also brighter and more vivid than anything else we've seen, and charging is faster at 45 W. You can also check out our S Pen versus S Pen comparison between the Galaxy S22 Ultra and the Galaxy. Number 3. Google Pixel 7 Pro. Google's Pixel phones have long been praised for their photography capabilities, and the brand's latest flagship continues this good legacy admirably. The Pixel 7 Pro has a triple rear camera system that includes a 50MP main sensor with an f/1.9 aperture, a 12MP ultra-wide lens, and a 48MP telephoto zoom sensor with 5x optical zoom. On the front is a 10.8MP ultra-wide selfie camera with an f/2.2 aperture. Taking images in auto mode is simple. You don't need to tweak ISO or exposure to achieve the perfect shot. Simply put, this phone gives the impression that you know what you're doing with the camera. Colors are bright with this main sensor, without the oversaturation that sometimes distinguishes snaps from competitors such as Samsung. Furthermore, photos retain a lot of detail without being too sharpened. Night Sight, which swiftly pulls color and detail into photos taken after dark, makes low-light photography better than ever. Simply put, the Pixel 7 Pro is the best camera phone you can buy at its price. It destroys the similarly cost iPhone 14 and even the considerably more expensive iPhone 14 Pro in a few crucial areas. While the raw capture on the 7 Pro isn't very amazing, and some purists may not appreciate how Google processes photographs, the camera mix is still mind-bogglingly good for point-and-shoot photography. You get a lot for your money here with a stylish design, a massive screen, and superb future-proofing via ongoing software support. Still, while the phone had a few minor problems during our time with it, particularly in terms of connectivity, as a package, you'll be hard-pressed to find a better value flagship phone than the Pixel 7 Pro. If you only want a phone camera for stills photography, the Pixel 7 Pro, like the Pixel 6 Pro before it, is the one to get. While it falls short in video capturing and loses some of the adaptability of the iPhone 14 Pro or the S23 Ultra, the stunning photos it captures are the most detailed and vibrant of any phone on this list. It's wonderful how it uses HDR to even out contrast and exposure, making images taken on sunny days really pop. We've taken hundreds of photos with the Pixel 7 Pro and have yet to come across a dud. Google's Night Mode remains strong, albeit slow to capture, and does an excellent job of capturing bright and detailed shots in low light. This phone's zoom capabilities are superior to the Optical Find X5 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro, but not to the S23 Ultra. Google's algorithms can only take you. Number 2. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. This is the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, which is predicted to be the best-selling Android flagship of the year. Last year, Samsung combined two of its most successful lines, the Galaxy S series, known for its strong cameras, with the Galaxy Note and the S Pen, resulting in the Galaxy S22 Ultra. This was the ultimate flagship phone with every feature you could think of. This freed up the autumn launch window for Samsung's foldables, which the company believes are the future. The Galaxy S23 Ultra has a familiar face that appears to be identical to its predecessor. The changes are present, but not as significant as those found on the Galaxy S23 and S23 Plus. For additional information on those two phones, see our complete Samsung Galaxy S23 review and our in-depth Samsung S23 Plus review. A familiar geometric form houses a modified display with a larger flat surface area, giving the S Pen stylus more room to work with. The front and back now have the most recent and durable Gorilla Glass Victus 2, as well as all the features of its predecessor, including IP68 dust and water resistance and 45 wired charging. Samsung has also attempted to include more recycled materials into the phone's design, with recycled fishing nets, for example, used in the production of the S Pen's inner cover and the speaker module. Some components, such as the 6.8-inch 1Hz to 120Hz adaptable dynamic AMOLED 2X display and the 5000 mAh battery, have undergone seemingly slight improvements, better color accuracy, and 20% improved efficiency, respectively. However, there are some significant changes on the inside, such as the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 mobile platform for Galaxy developed by Samsung and Qualcomm, which is purpose-built to offer rival-beating performance, 51% better NPU performance, 41% better GPU performance, and 33% greater CPU performance than previously, according to Samsung. Along with the Galaxy S23 and Galaxy S23 Plus, the Ultra is one of the first phones to use faster and more efficient LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.0 storage. With its huge 200MP camera and other enhancements, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra hopes to take smartphone photography to the next level. And number 1. Google Pixel 8 Pro. The Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro have the weight and build quality that you'd expect from a premium smartphone. The Pixel 8 has a glass backplate and a matte aluminum frame, whilst the Pixel 8 Pro has a ceramic-like substance with a polished frame. Both smartphones perform admirably in everyday use as well as when taking or editing photographs. While I'll be ready for a new design and feel next year, the Pixel 8 Pro is Google's best-looking Pixel ever. This is also Google's most ambitious Pixel yet, with major camera advancements that will please even professional photographers, as well as a Tensor G3 chipset custom engineered to operate Google's machine learning features. Google is so confident in the performance of this phone that it is offering an unprecedented 7 years of major updates, which is longer than any other phone manufacturer presently supports its phones. That being said, this is a rather strange contraption. If Google had simply released a generic smartphone with the Pixel 8 Pro's cameras, display, and design, it would have had a clear winner capable of competing with non-flagships such as the Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus or the Apple iPhone 15 Pro. Instead, Google is venturing into the realm of machine learning with generative AI features that will provide new experiences on your phone. Some of these, such as the fantastic new call screening helper, operate fantastically and are poised to become an indelible part of our smartphone experience. Others, such as the new photo editing features, are downright terrifying. Most, such as AI wallpaper, appear to be easy distractions and enhancements that could have been an app you downloaded but are now part of the Android on Pixel experience. This is a clearly Android phone for better or more often than not for worse. It's a jumbled mess. Setup windows that never seem to stop, notifications that never seem to go away, and settings menus piled deep enough to strike magma. The good news is that Google has lots of time to fix Android, and if it does, Pixel 8 Pro customers will benefit from such changes for the next 7 years if Google fulfills its promise. This is extremely encouraging news. In fact, it's some of the most exciting news I've heard from the Android camp in a long time. If Google keeps its promise of 7 years of major OS upgrades, Pixel feature drops, and security fixes, the Pixel 8 Pro will be the first Android phone to outlast Apple. Will the Pixel 8 Pro be valuable in 7 years? Definitely not if you're buying one today. However, when the time comes to sell your... So guys, that concludes our top 5 best camera phones of 2024 list. All product links are in the description, which is updated with the lowest prices. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.